to BLPA Big Show. Hockey, sports, life for the adult athlete. Powered by the Beer League Players Association. Follow us at the BLPA.
Everybody, just follow.
Keep connected with us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You dig that?
Follow
On every social media outlet. And make sure you follow the crew on Twitter. Nick at Nicker Jones. Jason at Beer League Jason. And Jillian at BLPA Jillian. Let's get it.
Welcome to the greatest sports show in the world. Good week, everybody. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Everyone's great. I didn't know that I'd be podcasting with someone from the Among Us game today.
No, okay, listen. First off, I'm super upset that you didn't mention.
Wait. Well, first of all, you just had to cut me off. Maybe I wasn't finished with my sentence. I was going to bring up. Okay. Second of all, before I get to my first of all, is you can't just drop a prop on me like that and expect me not to acknowledge that first. There is no way any of us can know if you're looking at some double D's right now on your, what is it, VR?
Or double P's. Hey, it's 2025. It could be double P's. I don't know.
You're so right.
Hey, listen. Okay, first off.
Well, my first of all was that you fixed it. Remember, that was my Christmas wish.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I didn't really give you a Christmas gift, so you couldn't give me anything, but just you being here today is joy enough for me. But
is my gift.
So my wife got me a Christmas present, and it was an Xbox.
Ooh.
But you being a wife, you know that wives usually don't know the cool electronics that their husbands have. Maybe.
Is that true?
I don't know. Well, my wife didn't know that I'd had an Xbox for years since it came out. So
wait, she didn't know that you had one?
She knew I had an Xbox, but she didn't know I had the new one. And I'm like, what do you mean the new one? Like I got it like years ago. So she got me this instead. Okay. But then she got it for me. And then she's like, this wasn't as much as the Xbox. So I bought a second one and it's going to be kind of part of your birthday too. And I'm like, well, I only need one. She's like, but Cooper wanted one too.
Oh.
And I was like, well, why the hell am I paying for this kid my birthday for Cooper? Like that doesn't seem right. But nonetheless, so we got these and we just got them in last night. So I set them up and I never used one and it's wild. And the first thing I thought of when I went into this virtual world is like, what if Jillian had one of these and we met in like a virtual log cabin in the woods?
Oh,
and well, it's because I was in.
This sounds murdery.
No, maybe. But and we podcasted like virtually. Like we're with each other, like our virtual characters are sitting there and people can watch our virtual characters interacting with each other, you know?
Okay. For the people who aren't watching you right now, can you please tell them what you have on your head?
I have the Meta Quest 3, like the Facebook virtual reality headset. I'm more of an Apple guy myself.
But, nice try, Mark Zuckerberg. I see what you're trying to do. Get everyone into that meta world.
But what if everyone got into the meta with us and we just made like a BLPA room and then we podcast? Like that would be wild, right? But I was like, oh, this is cool. And so I've only done a couple things. Like I've done the tutorial. I walked around Rome with a dude that wore really tight pants.
Say more.
It's not like the guy we actually had in Rome. But apparently Italian men just wear really tight pants because this tour guide on this also had really tight pants. He didn't call us lovelies though, like the guy did. And then this morning before we got on here, I just like, let me see what else it can do. And I went into like a McDonald's world and ran around and like some guy tried to rob me with like a finger pistol.
Is it a real guy?
Yeah, it's another guy.
Another real VR guy.
Yeah, and so he tried to rob me. I'm like, bud, that's not even real.
What a menace.
I was like, listen, I know it. He's like, well, I want your money. I go, well, listen, I don't got any money. He's like, well, I'm going to rob the McDonald's. And I'm like, okay. He's like, you're going to call the cops? I'm like, I ain't no snitch. All right. I don't care what
and now you guys are besties.
Yeah, and he robbed it. And I was like, okay, listen, like you robbed it. I'm not going to snitch. I'd like a quarter pounder. He's like, here's $5, bro. Go have a quarter pounder on me. So, good vibes.
There's no way that a quarter pounder is only $5 in that world. All right, I'm coming.
Virtual world, right? And but basically, we need to expand BLPA into the virtual world of this. Like, what if you could watch? Like, what if I could wear a VR camera on like my helmet and people could like watch me while I'm skating around?
I think that's also just called a GoPro.
Or they could wear these and watch me while I'm
skating. You know what? Maybe that's better. So are you seeing real life right now or are you
right now? I don't have the virtual. Like I can actually see you. Like put a finger up. I'll tell you if I can see how many fingers. That's looks like 2 pinky fingers, but I thought you were gonna be flipping
They're
me
not
off.
pinkies. I was
Oh,
going to, but then I switched it up on you.
you're just showing me that you're married because I invited you to the woods to
Oh, hold
podcast.
on.
Yeah, listen, I don't take
Let me take these off.
I'll take women to the woods to
Only
podcast.
men.
Well, I don't take married women to the woods to podcast.
Oh.
But nonetheless, okay, I wanna be able to see you really.
Yeah,
Here I
I
am.
would too.
Here
Oh,
I am.
there you are.
Don't worry, it's just me.
Oh.
But anyway, so that was my gift from Tanis, and apparently, we got Cooper one too, and apparently I got that for my birthday. So, happy birthday to
Wait,
me, Cooper's
which
present.
your birthday is when?
February 22nd.
We should all
2/22.
know that.
Yeah.
So just your reaction to having to kind of share one of your presents with your kin tells me, but my question was going to be, what kind of birthday haver are you? Because you've
I
brought
love
up
him.
your birthday to me at least 3 times in the past week. So I feel like I have an idea, but I'd
Well,
like
here's
to
the
know.
deal. Okay, let me tell you. I told you a new birthday idea. I was just kind of tossing it out there.
Yeah.
And I only got this because I don't know if I share too much personal information in this podcast, but I'm whatever.
I mean,
So
yes, but keep going.
So Cooper has these twins in his class. Okay.
Okay.
They have a crush. I think they all have a crush on each other. It's a weird ordeal, but I know for sure one of them has a crush on him and Cooper has a crush on her. But like he went
Okay.
to their birthday before they came to this school. They like, oh, well, here's what's going to happen. Like in the summer, we're going to throw a birthday for the twins and we'll get all these new kids to come so they can meet before. The issue is their birthday was actually last week. So they basically had a summer birthday party, like a half birthday. And I was like, oh,
Mm,
that sounds like a great idea, but it's lost on these little kids who have all these birthdays.
yeah.
I don't have many birthdays left. I don't,
Mhm.
'cause I'm a man. I'm 40, a little bit
You're a
over 40.
man.
So I thought, why don't I just start celebrating half birthdays myself? So I have my 222, then I also have an 822
Uh-huh.
birthday. What do you think about that?
Coming from someone who also loves additional attention on her at any given moment, I am all for half birthdays.
Okay. So we're doing that. BLPA half birthdays. First,
Yes.
when is your regular birthday?
Do you wanna guess what I look like? Because I feel like I can usually guess people's birthdays based on how they look, and I wish you didn't tell me what yours was because 'cause I'm pretty good, but
You
now
wouldn't
you have to guess
you
mine.
definitely wouldn't have said 222. But yeah, I mean I don't really subscribe to, like, I'll read all the horoscopes and stuff and
This is just a vibe. What's my month vibe?
I mean I don't even know Leo.
That's my half birthday.
Oh, nailed it.
See? The
I
vibes are there.
don't even know. I know I'm a Pisces, but I don't know how. I know there's
Fish.
Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra.
Your moon rising. I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, the fish. You're a fish. So when is your birthday?
You're a fish, you're a Pisces.
Oh, Pisces.
My birthday is January 29th.
Oh, coming up.
Oh!
Oh,
Yeah.
so we got to do a 129 and a 729.
Yes.
Damn, that's what I'm talking about.
We
What
should
are you
just have a joint birthday somewhere.
Okay, yeah, but do it on my birthday because we're already doing a tournament for my birthday in Savannah, Georgia.
That's far.
Yeah, but it's a birthday.
But what if you did it in between? I know I'm going to Idaho the weekend before your birthday. So
Okay.
you should just go there instead.
So just like, okay.
This is what happens when two selfish people try to plan a
No,
trip.
no.
Here's where I'm going.
But here's the like I'm not like I like trips, right? So I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, how do we do this up right? And I'm
Yeah.
trying like my schedule is February 14th, 15th. I'm in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania
Idaho.
for the very first Puck 10.
Oh, okay. What about the weekend before that?
So like February 7th,
Is that? Yeah.
that would be the Saturday before February 7th.
Yeah.
So I'm nowhere. I could be in Idaho.
No, we're in Idaho for President's Day. So the
Yeah.
7th is where we have to meet. I'm thinking Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, but like that's far away. Like what you're in like
all
San
far.
Francisco. I'm
Okay,
in
come to California.
Seattle.
Rainy. I could do it.
All right, let's see what I mean. I don't know what the budget is, but speaking of budgets, let's mention
yeah.
our sponsor first.
Yeah.
Bar Down Sports Co. Now, Jillian won't know much about hockey equipment because she's just
I don't know about sports because I'm a girl.
that and because she doesn't play hockey.
Yeah.
Right? But we're gonna get her there. Okay, she's
Yeah.
not pregnant. Well, you're
Yeah,
not
so I can
pregnant.
fall now and it
But
doesn't
you're not
matter.
pregnant again, right?
Imagine. I have had night terrors about that, but so far,
My
not
man
pregnant.
Rob, let's go.
Absolutely not. My
Already,
4 years.
already beating things up. Let's go.
Whoa, interesting
But
choice of words.
Rob, okay. Sorry to my biggest fan as well. I don't mean to put your daughter
Well,
on.
can I say before you get to the sponsor, I was talking to my mom, your biggest fan, my biggest fan, and I was like, "Mom, sometimes I think that I cross a line when I'm talking." And because she listens to every single podcast, and she's like, "What? No, I mean, coming from your mom, I'm biased." I'm like, "I think you'd be biased in the other direction to say, Jillian, what a filthy mouth." But she's like, "I love everything you have to say." So you
So
don't
keep
have to
going.
apologize for saying that to her.
So basically, we haven't found the line yet. So we got more to
I
go.
know.
I love that about your
That's
mom.
scary.
Hey, did you tell your mom that I almost came and saw her the other day?
No, I usually spend the time talking about myself, so I'll have to make a note to talk
Well,
about you
gosh,
next
now that
time.
she's listening, let me tell you, I had a long layover. Oh wait, let me give the sponsor first.
Oh,
Bar
yeah,
Down
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sports Co.
Okay.
Jillian doesn't know much about hockey equipment, but it's expensive as shit. All right,
I
but I
have heard
do
that.
know if Jillian was playing hockey, and I just said, "Hey, Jillian, I'm going to give you $10 to spend on hockey equipment," she wouldn't say no, right?
Absolutely
Wouldn't
not.
turn down. Because
No.
that's what our sponsor is giving to our players right now. If you just go to bardownsportscode.com and you enter the code BLPA when you're buying something, they just give you $10. Like, hey,
That's
hey,
too
fuckies,
easy.
here you go. I mean, I don't know if they call you fuckies, but I will. But yeah, so bardownsportsco.com. Listen, they're just trying to make hockey more affordable because they're hockey players like us too. They also do lacrosse. I don't dabble in the
Mm.
lax right yet, but who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah.
I mean,
Not
I'm
a
still
lax bro.
young. I'm just a man. I'm 40. So go check out our sponsors, bardownsportsco.com, and you'll be able to get anything your heart's wildest dreams can conjure
I love
uh,
that.
for hockey.
I was just looking at it when you were talking, and I was like, "Oh, what could I buy?" And then I get $10 off, and it still feels like a really good deal. There's this hoodie that's only $40 and
Oh,
$30 for a hoodie because I wouldn't buy a pair of gloves probably.
but when you get to play hockey, they don't sell Eagle gloves, so of course you wouldn't get gloves there because you're going to wear Eagle gloves.
CCM, I
Yeah,
know that brand.
yeah, CCM, yeah.
Everything looks so familiar. This is so cool.
Maybe you were a hockey player in your past life.
Well, I mean, my dad still plays. He's a classic, but he's 60?
He's a veteran.
Oh.
That's what we call them, veterans.
He's a vet.
He's a veteran.
Absolutely.
Wiley,
Okay, so
Wiley.com.
bardownsportsco.com.
Go check them out. But nonetheless, I flew home from Philly. We were in Philly. And by the way, Philly, electric. It was electric. I wish I had an electric blanket as well because it was cold outside and it was an outdoor
Oh,
rink.
yeah.
But it was a time. And Philly always is because it's one of our biggest ones. People like look for it. It's like Placid. People just look forward to it. And the characters that come, it's like the BLPA characters come out in full force. And I love them for that. And so, but here's the issue.
Okay.
It's a new year, new me. I was done taking early flights. So I booked out an 11:37 a.m. flight Monday back to Calgary.
Wild for you.
I know. I was like, okay, let's go. I'm going to have a nice little sleep in and we're going to, wake up, feel refreshed. But then I kept getting reports of snow that was coming in. It was going to delay shit. And I was like, fuck. And so I contacted Delta and I was like, just put me on the 6 a.m. flight. And they did. And so I was there, which was good because my 11:37 a.m. flight was delayed 6 hours.
Oh,
And
dang.
so I would have missed my flight. But, whatever, me being smart and thinking ahead. Hashtag my wife told me to change the flight.
Anytime you say you're smart, I know it's Tanis behind it.
But what it did do is instead of having a 5-hour layover in Minneapolis, Jillian's hometown.
Well, don't group me in with
Closest.
Minneapolis.
Close,
We're outside.
Minnesota.
That's my
Minneapolis
airport.
area. That's her area. Okay?
Yes.
I had like a 9.5 hour one. A layover so long that when they checked my bags in Philly, they're like, you're just gonna have to pick them up in Philly and recheck them. And I'm like, what the no. But then they made me do it anyway, but whatever.
Okay.
So I get there and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the mall. It's right. It's like 7 minutes from there. It's this huge mall, and I take a
Mall of
picture.
America, you mean, not
Yeah.
just like Maplewood Mall.
Yeah, not just like little podunk piece of shit mall.
Oh,
I'm talking about
no hate on malls.
America's Mall. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. America's Mall.
Yeah.
As seen on Mighty Ducks when they skate around. But I take a picture. I say, "Hey, Jillian, guess what?" She's like, "Oh, yeah." She's like, "You should go by and see my mom at work." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I should have." So
And you
I
didn't.
almost. What if I would have? And I would have brought like roses.
She would have died.
You know?
Because didn't I tell you? I told you she thought
if
she
I-
saw you at like North Carolina airport. So you guys keep having these
Mhm.
missed meet cutes.
Oh wow! So we're on Craigslist
Yeah.
on misconnections, and but what if I got her like
Mm.
all white roses, and then one in the middle is a black, like it's Snoopy's nose. Oh, got it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
She
loves
absolutely
Snoopy
does. I
so
was wondering
much.
where that was going. She's more of a tulip guy, but can you find a white and black
Okay.
tulip?
I don't know. I don't like getting flowers for
When's the
girls
last
'cause
time
they
you
die,
bought flowers
and
for
I think
girls?
I said, I don't know. Yeah, all the
Okay.
time. That's just
Well,
what
I
I do.
haven't gotten anything,
Just
and
to
so
everybody. But I actually am against flowers because before Tanis, back was it when Nick was in his wild drinking days. There was this girl that Nick had a big crush on, but she had absolutely zero interest in me. And I know that because we were all at IHOP
Mhm.
at 3:30 in the morning after going to City Walk, 7 clubs in one, 7 clubs the fun. And we were talking and I was like, "What does a guy have to do to get a date with you?" And she was like, "Oh, he has to buy me these flowers." And she explained them, and I think tiger lilies or something. And I went and looked them up, and they're like the most rare flower in the world. And I was like, "Okay, hint taken." So then I was like, "Fuck
Oh,
girls and flowers."
so you were just upset about her flower
So
choice.
no, I was upset that she basically told me to
She
fuck
put you on a
off.
blue flower, red thorns
Blue
mission.
flowers. But what if I would have? What if I would have got him? That would have showed her. You know what? I'm gonna find this girl, and I'm gonna find this flower, and I'm
Yep.
gonna send them to her now. But I'm not gonna say it's from me. I'm
And
just gonna
how many
send her a
guys?
middle
Maybe
finger.
how many guys?
Like,
She's
it's
like, now which one did I tell about these rare tiger
yeah,
lilies?
hundreds of them. But on Tanis and I's first date, I didn't know if it was a friendship date. I didn't know if it was a
Okay.
love date, right? I did get her roses, but I got her like one red rose and one white rose. And I said, well, this is the friend rose and this is
Girlfriend
the
rose.
romantic rose. And if you don't like either of them, it's just Canada's colors because
This is the first
So here
date?
you go, right? So that was the first one. Yeah, we went ice skating up there, and I've never ice skated. Like, I mean, because he's Canadian, so I'm like, oh, let's go to the ice skating rink in Oklahoma, and we did. So
And
shout
now
out
you're
Tanis
married
for
together
sticking.
forever.
Well, forever is a long time, and it has been forever. So, but nonetheless, that's hey, how was your Christmas, by the way?
It was so good because I was home.
What'd you get? Did you get any meta new glasses
No,
or
but I did
Quest
get this
3s?
Nito drop. I love Nitos, the
Is that a
squishies.
squeezer? I actually have been looking on Alibaba for BLPA
I'll be the first
squishies,
to test them out.
and here's why. And here's why. Because I think if we do them in like molds of like hockey stuff, like hockey stick, hockey
Yeah.
puck, different things, and then we put them in like little bags and do like mystery grab
I'll buy them
bags
out.
in
I'll
like
buy
a
you
collection
out of
10.
them.
People fucking love grab bags. I literally like, okay, we're gonna have a line of clothing, but we're not gonna sell the clothing individually. It's just
What
gonna
do
be
you
in a
think
grab
about?
bag.
We just love
You never know what you're gonna
surprises.
get. Here you go. It's insane. Like the jersey grab bags I put them up and they sell out. The t-shirt, like I literally just packed 40 of each size of t-shirt
Yeah.
grab bags, 40 new ones. So small, medium, large, extra large, double X. So 5 times 200 grab bags I packed, and like all day
Your
people have
poor
been just
soft
going at it,
hands.
man.
Do you
Like,
think because we just
yeah, I
hate
mean, look at this.
Jeez.
All
No
all
wonder you
these,
can get a
yeah.
VR set.
So
Do you think that we just are so tired of making decisions every day, like the decision fatigue, that we're
yeah.
just like, can't make the wrong decision because I didn't pick it. Instead of going to a website and being like, I don't know which one. It's like, choose for me.
I to those people. I'm your man to handle all your decisions.
Mm.
If you just give me your credit card
Yes.
I will make every decision in your life for you right
Yeah.
now,
I
and you
love
will
spending
never.
other people's money.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna spend it on cool shit,
Yeah,
right?
of
For
course, it's
you.
always gonna be worth it, but it's easier to do it with
Yeah, it's just
someone
way
else.
easier. So just give it to me. We'll sign a contract and agreement. But you know, it's like, so guess what? You give me your credit card. Guess where you're going? You're coming to Jillian and I's.
Quirky to get a hair transplant.
No. I'm not spending it on me, but you would come. Your first purchase, you're going to come with Jillian and myself to our birthday extravaganza, the first weekend in February. Location to be determined.
TBD.
But we're going to find it. Maybe it's in Denver. Like, that's a nice little, like,
Denver's a cool in between.
you know what I'm saying? Like, just
Park
throw a big
City.
party. Yeah, it's so expensive in the
Oh,
winter.
they're also on strike, so there's not,
Yeah. And but in that birthday thing that we talked about Nick's Savannah birthday bash, because that's where we're going to be for my birthday, Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
But also there's a couple other people. Shout out to my birthday bros that are going to be down there. Mrs. Swifty herself, the one that talked me into a Taylor Swift theme in
No
Nashville. Yeah,
way.
she'll be there. So
Ooh.
I'll give her one of these. But we just said, let's see, what can we do to make that birthday celebration? So the birthday game plan, every player gets a chance to party and play hockey in one of the most unique cities on the Dex Tour. Special birthday rules for the tournament. Any player who scores a goal must shout, "Happy birthday, Nick," before celebrating. I automatically get first pick in the draft. I don't want that.
Oh.
Birthday themed jersey design for the event. Maybe a post-tourney birthday bash. After the games, it's off to celebrate Savannah style with the BLPA crew. And who's bringing the cake? Listener challenge. If you're heading to Savannah, help make Nick's birthday unforgettable. Give me some ideas. What do we want to do for my birthday?
Well, are all the jerseys themed around something with you? Like one of them would be cheeseburger
No.
themed.
I mean, that would be great, but it's actually a seltzer theme because me and Jason are on this kick about normalize seltzers in beer league. And so, but maybe we'll put like my face in a birthday hat.
Should put your face in, or a cheeseburger like
suit.
printed in someone's pocket.
Printed in someone's pocket.
Cheeseburger pocket.
Just put a little cheese. Like everyone gets a little cheeseburger pocket.
Yeah, and then what's the thing you need for diabetes? Like it's all Nick themed.
It's all
insulin on the back.
Cheeseburger,
VR headset, Dr. Pepper,
a microphone. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the theme. This is
Dr. Pep.
I love it.
Okay.
So that's basically it. So
done.
So that's basically what's going on. Like shortly. I mean, we have Greenville next week, a tournament in South Carolina.
Greenville,
South Carolina. South Carolina. So we're going down there. We got 12 teams there. We're kicking ass there. Then we got our first Puck 10 project tournament in February 14th, and that's in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Oh, little town of Bethlehem. So we're doing that, and then Savannah, and then it starts getting into the nitty gritty. Then we got Lake Louise, Alberta, the end of February, trying to get a Puck 10 Tulsa, Oklahoma tournament that same weekend. And then we go to Tampa and Omaha and Boston, and then Scandinavia trip.
Whoa.
It's coming. Everybody's coming.
Yeah. And are they all sold out yet, or do I have to start doing my job?
No, you gotta start doing your yeah. Welcome to listen, I know you've seen our second most handsome guest or
Thank you. Jason is not here.
No, it's me, you, Jason.
I'm handsome. I'm second handsome.
Yeah, you're second most handsome host in the BLPA big show. And she's taking on a bigger role. I've been wanting to kind of, expand, like a sales role. And I just the hard part is like everybody wants to do it. Everyone says they want to do it, but then you talk to them.
And they're like, it's work.
Yeah, I mean, yes, kind of, but also like you kind of have to have like a, what I say, panache. You have to have You have to have a little of that when you're dealing with people. And I mean, Jillian's like me; she just has it. She just has it. She just has it, right?
Oh.
And I also thought she has a new baby, and like, hey, I'm trying to feed my baby. Can you sign up for this tournament type stuff? Just all that stuff goes into it. But she's going to be taking on more of like a sales role for tournaments and like organizing teams and demanding that people sign up for these team tournaments.
Demanding payment. I'm gonna
Yes.
be like that. You're gonna hear me in your sleep like, "I'm here about your car's extended warranty," but it's gonna be like, "I'm here about the Virginia tournament."
Yeah, I'm here about that tournament. Yeah, I actually just opened that today. The first 18 teams that register by February 1st have a chance to win $1,000.
Dang!
Live drawn at the turn. Like we're gonna live draw it, and I'm gonna give them $1,000 cash. So, you know,
Sorry, I was just grabbing my special guest.
no, is the special guest, is he making a debut or is he just kind of down there?
No, I don't trust AI.
Okay,
You kidding
yeah.
me? Oh, the back of his head is ridiculous, though.
I mean, I've already AI'd him. I like just I put me and Jason and you, and then said AI this baby, and
Uh-huh.
it comes out with a full head of black hair, so I know it's on
So
the
it's
right
accurate.
path. Yeah, so I know it's on the right path.
He was being such a good little chill guy. I had his little bed on the floor,
Mm,
and then,
now he's
he just
hungry.
likes me so much.
Yeah, I know. That's the weird thing. Like me and Rob have it so easy because babies don't really like dads at first.
It's because they're absent fathers.
Well, it's just like they. I mean, it can
No,
latch onto
they
my
I
nipple, but
they
it's not gonna
should
get them done.
like their mom better in the beginning because of the sacrifice. The
Well,
sacrifice. Have you seen so Rob was watching this movie, it's called Night Bitch. Have you
I'm
seen or
not.
heard of this?
No, but
Amy Adams is in it.
okay, like a special website I got to go to, or
Yeah, put your headset back on.
yeah.
I'll tell you. But I saw the beginning scene on TikTok and I came home and Rob was watching. I'm like, "You've been watching this movie for like 3 days." And he's like, "Yeah, I kind of don't want you to watch it because I feel like it might be triggering to like motherhood." And I was like,
Oh,
"Well, now I have to watch it." And sure enough, it's like this stay-at-home mom who used to have like a career and a life, and then she's in the grocery store and her friend comes up like, "Oh, congratulations. It must be so nice staying home with them." And she's like, "Yeah, it's complicated and I used to do all this stuff and I'm dumb now and my brain doesn't work." It's just like goes and I'm like too
like that's
close
me.
to home.
He tried to warn you. He tried to.
Yeah, he's like, "I don't think I want you to watch it." He's like trying to protect me.
Wow, what a
Like,
nice
don't
guy.
tell me what to do. Anyway, where was
Um,
I? Lost myself there.
yeah, I don't even know where we were going with that, but I
Oh,
know where.
my new sales role, Virginia.
Yeah,
Virginia tournament.
Virginia Beach. Let's not forget Burlington, Vermont. Philadelphia's in there as well. All right, so we got a
Okay,
bunch.
what's the main one that we want?
Well, we
I
want
think
all of them. We want all of them to be at least 18 teams. We know
Oh,
Columbus
yeah.
is going to get to 30 plus.
Okay. Are these all, decks like
No, they're all bash tournaments. They're all team tournaments. Yeah,
Ash?
bring your team there and
Okay.
battle out for the BLPA belt. We have a big championship belt that's like 30 pounds.
Ooh, that's too heavy for some people.
Yeah, then they're gonna have to lift weights to lift this thing.
TBSS, okay.
So, so congratulations to Jilly. Woo! Wait, do we have any news?
Whee!
Wait, I have sound effects.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait.
You
Wait
don't get to
for
use
it.
this board enough.
Wait for it. Found it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're filmed in front of a live studio audience. That's triggering.
But
Oh.
nonetheless, okay. So we've already talked 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
And we haven't covered anything on our thing other than how are our holidays. But that's
Yeah.
what happens when you don't talk for a couple weeks. Okay.
Whoops.
So what we're going to get to today, we want to talk about our New Year's resolutions because it is a new year. New year, same old shit. That's the title of this podcast. All right.
That's our theme for the year.
And then we're going to talk about we can talk a little bit more about draft. We already talked about a little bit about that, but I want to talk about a big tournament coming up. Then we have on our thing it says upcoming tournaments. Then we have some news headlines. Then
Drama.
We have a follow up from a beer league drama. Do you guys remember Billy Funday?
Who could forget?
If you listen, who could forget Billy Funday? So I just reached out and said, "Hey, just bro, everything cool with you?" And he's like, "Boy, do I." Let me tell you. He's like, "I got to write it out." He's like, "I'm not going to record it." So he wrote me out this whole thing, and I'm just like, "Damn, bud." And so we'll get to that too. But first, let me tell you about one more sponsor that we got.
Yay.
So you guys know we've been doing these BLPA worldwide, right? We went to Italy. We're going to Scandinavia. We're going to Japan this year. I'm also trying to get because I love Christmas more. I'm not a Grinch anymore. I kept
I
reading
didn't know
about these
this about
Christmas
you.
markets in Munich and Salzburg. And so
Ooh.
I'm like, we should take a group over there, visit, play a little hockey. And so we're trying to get that going. So we need 12 or 13 players to go over there to make that happen, which I think we can do.
Yeah.
But we're not the only people that do these type of things, right? So there's different companies that do them, and I'm telling you about this one because I believe in this one. I wouldn't
Mm.
just tell you anyone, right? I'm not going to steer you wrong because I
Not
want
gonna
you
blow
to. I,
smoke
w-
up our.
I want you to come do ours, but I know that we're not going yet to where everyone wants to go. And I know a big
Okay.
one for adults and beer leaguers is the Czech Republic.
Oh, is that because
Like
checking?
body checking,
Yeah.
maybe, but I also hear like beer is cheaper than water and it flows like a
Ooh.
mountain stream down your gullet over in the Czech Republic. So people love
Yeah.
going to the Czech Republic, and maybe BLPA will get there. But my friends at Tucker Hockey are doing one. And so they're trying to gather interest, and they're doing it in September of 2025. So, but I think that they're going to 4 different places in the Czech
Okay.
Republic, and they're playing hockey there. I think you have to be able to play a little bit of hockey,
Oh,
right?
like what kind? Like, are we talking
Like
through
for
6th
us,
grade?
for beer league, for us beer leaguers, we're not very good at hockey. We're
Mhm.
really just going. I think for them, and we're going to have them on here in the next week or so. I actually have a meeting with them tomorrow. We have a sit down coffee. They said beer, but I was like, listen, I've had enough. I've
You
had
can put
enough
a
beer.
little Baileys in your coffee.
Maybe get a little Bailey's going. And we're going to talk about all the places that they're going. But if you check them out, tuckerhockey.com, and just check out their tab on the Czech, if you're interested in the Czech Republic, I know a lot of people are. And if you can
Mhm.
play a little hockey, they're looking for a team to go. And I think
When
it's going
is
to be a
this
good time.
happening?
It's in September, right?
Oh, that's a great
They don't
time.
have the exact dates nailed down because they want to make sure they get the players to go. And they've just said, I know them. Tucker Hockey is actually out of Calgary, and they run a lot of like camps and training and that kind of stuff. And so I know that they know what they're doing when it comes to hockey. And I would only tell you about these guys if I trusted them to take care of you if you go with them. All right,
Yeah.
because if they don't take care of you
Beat
in the VR world,
down.
we're gonna put
We're
on
gonna
our
mug you.
VR goggles and give us money at McDonald's. So check them out, tuckerhockey.com, and check out their Czech tour.
Check it out.
Check it out. And we'll have way more info and have them on here in next week. Maybe the third week we'll get them on to
Sweet.
kind of talk about it. So, but yeah,
Fun.
so let's go to New Year's resolutions, and we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
go.
we talked about these briefly on our Christmas special.
We did, but we didn't really get into it because every time we started talking about anything of importance, Cooper Claus came in and
That's true.
started giving away everything, and so it was just kind of one of those things that was lost. So, do you have any cool New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, so I said I was gonna do 2 things. Well, I said another one in my head because initially my New Year's resolution every year is like I wanna do the splits. I think it'd be so cool, like a cool party trick because no one's like the older you get, the less flexible you are. The less people do a cartwheel. You don't see someone doing a headstand when they get to their 40s. Like I wanna be able to move still. So I haven't done anything to make any progress on that.
Wait,
I
do you
also
think I
said
can't do a cartwheel?
I can do a cartwheel, of
Do you think
course.
I can't?
You
You
can't?
said people in their 40s.
I said, generally, you won't see someone just deciding to do a cartwheel when they're in their okay. All right, everybody, let's your arms are gonna go, you're gonna crack your head, I'm gonna have to finish this thing on my own. That was not a cartwheel. Your legs need to be
Well,
he
listen,
can't even hear
I'm
me.
in a very confined space, okay? Just the agility
No.
to avoid all of
See,
this stuff.
now you're being defensive and you put yourself on the line. I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, but you said I couldn't do one, and I just
Yeah,
did one.
You
Just because I couldn't extend my legs because I would run them in
Is
a
your
couch
ceiling only 5.5 feet tall?
Yes. Yes, I'm in a dungeon here.
Oh
You
God,
know?
I'm so sorry.
So,
Didn't know you were less fortunate than I.
okay, so basically now
So I stand by it.
I'm on, I'm on the hot seat now. I'm gonna start stretching.
You need to be able to do a cartwheel. Now that's your New Year's resolution that I made for you.
I just did one.
No, you did like a crab wheel. Your legs were not extended more than 90 degrees.
I just didn't want to hurt myself. More than 90
Exactly.
degrees.
That's the thing.
90
Once you get older,
Wait, 90 degrees is a right angle. You're saying my legs
that's what your knee was doing. Your knee.
So all I gotta get is to 89? Like
No,
what's
we need to get straight legs. Straight, like
my leg, even when I stand up, my legs aren't straight. I got a little bit bend to them. So what are we
What,
gonna like?
how did this turn from? So just say you can't do a cartwheel. Just own it.
No, I can do a cartwheel. I can do
You can't. Your glasses are still crooked. I can't.
I can do a back. Well, that's just, my glasses are crooked because of my headset here. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Let me get this.
Okay. So my point.
Well, I got a hat that's not flat brim, so I can't
yeah.
measure the straightness of my glasses.
You lack. Yeah.
So I lack depth and
We're
stuff.
all about angles.
So yeah, that's how I hit the
All right.
angles.
So I want to do the splits.
Okay.
I also said I was not going to go on my phone in bed. I didn't even do that for one day.
You broke that? Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my other thing, I had one more that I thought of. Oh, I was going to do like getting rid of stuff every day in January. Like on day 1, get rid of one thing. On day 2, 2 things. Again, have not done a single day.
But can you do all 8 of them today and be back on track?
I could. Hypothetically, yes.
I mean, it's your resolution.
It is. I haven't, but you know what I decided? I'm going to have a word for the year instead.
Oh, what's the word for the year?
My word for the year is authentic.
Okay. That's a good word. And you're just
I'm
going to
not
use
living for other people.
You're just going to use it as much as you.
Oh, no, it's not like see how much I can fit into a conversation. It's my theme of myself.
Because wouldn't it be
grow
cool
myself?
Like, every time you said it, like in the podcast, like people could do something and then that we could do a prize? Like
every time I say it, people Venmo me $16.
Just $1. And maybe then you just say it 100 times.
Yes. That's all. Okay. What was your resolution?
Well, I mean, now it's to do the splits and a cartwheel.
To do a cartwheel. I want a cartwheel out of you.
Okay. Yeah. You guys don't even understand how as soon as I get out of this cramped ass dungeon, we're going to be cartwheeling. Yeah, I will. I will post the shit out of it.
Let me see.
And I bet there's a lot of beer leaguers that can do cartwheels. So every tournament, we're just going to start recording beer leaguers doing cartwheels just to prove that we can do it.
To do them well.
Listen, that's is subjective, and it's beauty is in the eye of the beer holder.
It's not. I need to see full extension.
Listen, okay.
That's all I'm asking. Fine. It's a cartwheel, it's got to be a cartwheel. It can't be. You were like folded in half.
Well, you keep running your mouth, you're gonna get folded in half too.
Oh no.
New Year's resolutions are very hard. I mean, I always set goals for business stuff, like what I want to do. So that's obviously where I want to go with this.
Yeah.
I want to average 18 teams across all my tournaments in the team tournament. So that's my one business goal. And the first step I did is hiring just a talented, witty, energetic, beautiful salesperson to make it happen.
So we're still looking.
So please send in your resume.
Please.
And in the meantime, Jillian's taking it over. So, but so there's that. I would like to get a little bit more production value into our podcast. Like I would like to. I know when we first started this, when I brought Jillian on, it was probably more as a producer role, but we just vibed so well that it worked on camera. And so now I would like someone that's actually like, we could say, hey, check out this clip, and they play it and then we get to talk it. But with all the stuff we're doing, I can't, there's so much shit. I got to do cartwheels. It's just, so, I'd like to find a way to bring one of those people on just to kind of get a little more production value, make it a little more professional. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
BLPA coin is one of my big goals.
That's right.
Sitting on $52 million worth of BLPA coin right now. So
God,
if you guys can
loaded.
buy that, I'm loaded. But I think that's, get Coop. Okay. I do have one big New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
What I want to do, but it requires a lot of money and turkey. No, it doesn't. So I don't know if you know much about Japan, and I don't know if you know much about Disney, but apparently Disney Japan is very, very crowded and packed.
Oh,
and just it's hard to get on, right?
Okay.
So I'm taking Cooper because I promised him he could go when we went to Japan Dex, but it didn't really sell out. And it wasn't a good financial time to make it happen. So I had to break his little boy heart.
Oh.
And so when I did the BLP worldwide, I was like, okay, we're going to make it happen. Let's pay for the flights right now. So that way I have no excuse to say, oh, the flights are so expensive. Right. But now we got to go to Tokyo Disney, and
Oh.
I'm like, okay, we need to do this VIP tour.
You're gonna rent out the park for him.
No, maybe
Oh.
no. But the VIP, I know they have the VIP tours here, and because I was looking into them to do like a little tournament, like a Dex Disney tournament, where we'd take everyone to the park and do the VIP tours, because you get to walk around with a guide and you get to the front of every line of every ride. You don't have to wait, and I'm very impatient. And so I thought, okay, let's do this. And so I started looking into it. And at first, you need 10 people basically, unless you're just loaded, because the cost is per 10 people. I mean, I could, if I had 680,000 yen for myself,
You don't?
but I could.
You have
But
what
I
are
also
you,
have to
like,
stay at a
really
suite at certain hotels to make it feasible. And then I got to pay a translator because I only speak Japanese, and my Duolingo isn't quite up to that. So my New Year's resolution is to get a team like that's going, and I already got a couple people on board that will come go into this VIP tour with us, so we can just sail through Tokyo Disney, ride all the rides, have some fun. And so that's kind of
Dang.
what I'm
Okay.
doing.
That's
So,
a good
so yeah.
That's I guess a goal. Is that a resolution? I thought
And
it was
I'd like to lose 13 more pounds
okay.
because I want to be at 199.9.
Ooh, by year end?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like, the sooner the better, but
Okay.
really, I mean, I'd like to go a little, I'm not going to go too much below 200, because if you weigh less than 200, you're a pussy. In my opinion, in my opinion.
Heard it here first, folks.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm tipping the scales right now between 212 and 214 and a half on any given day in the
Okay.
morning after I pee, shower, and do all that stuff before I eat breakfast.
Poop.
So yeah, sometimes I poop in the morning. And so I want to kind of get down there. But I mean, last year, I think at the first year I was up at like 242 or something like that. So I just kind of keep slowing down. At one
Just
point in my
kidding.
life, I weighed 312 pounds.
Dang, you hit that 3.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was a long, long time ago, but don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, it seems
My New Year's
maybe
resolution is to weigh 315 pounds.
I don't know if you'd be able to do a cartwheel then.
Well, you just told me I couldn't now, but I know I can. So
That's true.
but anyway, so those are our New Year's resolutions. I want to hear your New Year's resolutions and how we
Yeah.
can make. Can we make them happen? Can we make someone's New Year's resolutions happen? That'd make me feel good if we could.
Same.
So all right, let's go. Next
Same.
topic here. Upcoming tournaments. I mean, we've already talked about most of the tournaments that are upcoming. The two that I want to toss out: BLPA Worldwide in Tokyo, Osaka with the Disney. We're going in October. We need 3 more skaters. That's how many spots. We don't need them. We have 10, but 3 more spots is kind of where I want to get with the skaters. And then if you're interested in Munich and Salzburg, we're going on Thanksgiving Day. That's the first day. And I know Thanksgiving Day is a holiday, but
Yeah, but it's
it's
not that
also,
good of one.
it's not, well, I mean, I used to like Thanksgiving more because there's so much good food and the
Yeah,
family would
no
always get
presents.
together for that. But it's so expensive to travel around the States, but it's not as expensive to travel outside of your, into
Yeah.
Europe, because they don't, they didn't have the Mayflower and Plymouth Rock and the Native Americans saving the Pilgrims, as the story goes.
Is that that's the
Yep.
way it went?
Yeah,
Yes.
cornucopias and all that such.
Well, just
And
think of 10 years from now, you ended up going to this Thanksgiving trip,
Yeah.
and they're like, "What was one of your favorite Thanksgivings?" You wouldn't be like, the one where I went to my aunt's house again.
yeah, and
You'd
had
be like,
deviled eggs, which
"Oh,
I
when I
get
was
it.
in Munich," obviously.
Yeah, Munich and Salzburg going to the Christmas markets.
Yeah.
So let's get on that. I mean, we basically need 10 player. I mean, I'm gonna play, so we need 10 or 11 players and a goalie, skaters and a goalie, and we'll make that thing happen. I think it'd be a good time for sure. And Salzburg is an incredible place. I've been there. I mean, I've been to Munich as well, but I haven't spent much time there because I was on my way to Salzburg. So I
Mm.
just got lost, drank some beer, and ate a big ass pretzel with no mustard. So
Or cheese.
they don't do the cheese on the pretzels in Germany.
Well, that's just
Well,
one reason
listen,
why I'm not going.
you can't. I think this is what people hate about Americans, is that we try to go over into their culture and fit their culture into the American culture of like,
Yes.
hey, I'm gonna have myself this, and I'm gonna pour ranch all over it.
Absolutely. As someone who studied abroad in Italy and went to the Hard Rock Cafe just to have a hamburger with ketchup on it.
Yeah. So, and listen, I like ranch. I like cheese on my pretzels, but when I go, I wanna kind of see what they're doing and trying to, I want to vibe with them.
Yeah, I would vibe with them, but I also like ice in my water.
Well, okay. Yes, I do like cold, like iced coffee drinks as well. So
Yeah.
I get it. I get where you're going. I get where you're going.
Thank you.
But you gotta, so like we were just talking about, we're gonna go to Iceland, and maybe we should get shirts for when we go out to the bars that say we can't be related. We're not even from here. Just let them know. And put it in Icelandic.
Oh,
And
of
let 'em
course.
yeah, and let them know that, hey, we're here. We're part of Iceland, but we're not from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just let 'em
Also,
you know? So you don't have to put us in the app, see if we're cousins, But nonetheless,
okay.
that's an
I
app.
want to
That's
hear
the
Billy. Julie Billy.
wait, can we do our news first? And
What's
then
our Oh, yeah, we have news. Okay,
yeah,
talk about
yeah.
news.
Okay. So you want mine to go first or yours? So
Yeah, I do.
we wanna start a new segment, and mainly I want Jillian to do it because she doesn't have anything else that she's doing in her life. She can just
That's
look at
right.
the news
I have
stories,
so
right?
much time on my hands, it's crazy.
But we wanna kinda give some current news and some funny stuff that's going on the internet, things that make us laugh because I think they will make you laugh, or things that just make us talk and produce conversation.
Yeah.
So when I found today, I looked at it and I was like, listen, I've talked about the tipping culture before, but this one was right here from at Las Vegas locally on X Twitter. On Sunday, a blackjack player at the D on Fremont Street hit a progressive jackpot for $127,000. Yesterday, a different blackjack player hit a progressive jackpot for $1.2 million. Neither player tipped the dealers a single dollar
And that's why Jason isn't here with us today.
because he hit
He was
all of this.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this story, Jill? Like, are you in this whole, well, we gotta tip everybody, or what are your thoughts? First off, what are your thoughts on tipping? What are your thoughts on tipping dealers in Vegas?
So, coming from someone whose biggest gambling is usually done at Aladdin's Castle, in the mall, I would say I had no idea that you were supposed to tip someone for winning because it's chance anyway. Like,
Yeah.
it you don't owe them anything, I guess. I don't know if they were, like, doing you a favor, like, "Hey, thanks for that ace."
Did you help me win? Like, did you pull it out of your pocket and give
Yeah.
it to me? Here's one thing I hate tipping culture. Like, if you do a good job and I feel like you're worth a tip, cool.
Would
What
you
I
tip
hate, like,
me?
for
Just existing, I guess.
yeah, I mean, I think you do a good job of living.
Thank you. Okay. Carry on.
So, like, there's certain, like, when I go to a fast food restaurant
Yes.
and then I pay and it says, "Would you like to tip?" No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
And then I feel like a dick because they're looking at me, but it's like,
Yeah.
listen, if you if you don't do it, like, this is your job. Like, you pick this
Yeah, but
job.
it's also a waitress's job to wait.
Yeah, and I don't wanna tip them either if they're not doing a
I
good
don't
job.
wanna tip anybody, but I
If
know
they're
we
not
have
do
to.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if they're not do like, if they go and I got empty Diet Dr. Pepper on my table and they don't, and then
Yeah.
they're like, get pit I listen, I s don't it's almost like goalies expecting to play for free. It shouldn't be expected, all right?
Uh-huh.
It should just happen, right? One thing I hate is when I go to, like, a place and you have to valet park your car, like, you're for, like, say, like, downtown
Mm,
Chicago.
yeah.
I'm paying $50 a night to valet park, but then they also expect me to tip on top of that. Like, you're
Right.
forcing me to do it, and you're obviously paying this guy for my parking, right? That's what the
Yeah.
fee is for, I would guess, right? So
Yeah.
that kinda pisses me off. In Vegas, no. And
Are you supposed to? Is that but
I
it
think
seems
I
like
think
that's
there's
not
a
a
if
thing.
you win big, it's probably common courtesy to be like, "Here you go." But
100.
you know how much I lose? I've never seen a blackjack be like, "Okay, you lost 1,000 bucks. Here's you a fiver,"
Yeah. You
It
poor
just
thing.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's just gone too far. Like, people,
It totally has.
but I'm saying that if you'd like to tip us, you can tip us at Venmo at the BLPA. What
For doing nothing but the bare minimum.
if you think the show's worth $1, let's fucking go. But it's $1 each. You know what I'm saying? If we're
No
tipping
fun.
both of us.
Yeah, but where is I think I don't like when they expect tips to cover what the business should be providing. Like, come on,
100%.
a casino has enough money. Just pay a normal amount to them, to your workers, to your dealers, blackjack dealers, not the
Or
drug
deal
ones.
or whatever.
And then, like, why is it on the people who are gambling?
Yeah, but I'm
No.
reading through, like, all the stuff, and obviously the people that work in tip-based industries want tips, so they're like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah,
that's
they're shaking
bullshit."
their fist for
But
sure.
everyone else is like, "Remind me why dealers deserve tips? Tipping culture has gone way too far."
It
Um,
totally has. I
but
don't know if that's the too far part, but
yeah,
it
I'm
totally
after
has.
reading this thread, I'm rethinking tipping at tables. I'm not a big gambler. I gamble like 50 to 100 years max, but literally had no idea that you're allowed or should tip your dealers. I feel horrible now. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things, but then you get the people like, oh, well, if you can't afford to tip when you go out to dinner, don't go out to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a question.
Okay.
Did you or do you tip hotel maids?
I didn't know that it was a thing.
Me
But
either.
Janice and her mom do, and they don't give a lot. They just give like $3 or $4
Oh, okay.
a day, right? So
Okay.
if they come in, but then here's the deal: like a lot of these places don't even do your room every day.
True.
Like now they haven't lowered the cost of hotels, but
Right.
they've lowered the burden of cost onto the property by not
Yeah.
having them cleaned every day. So
Yeah.
it's a weird thing. Like I listen, America is ran by corporations.
Yeah.
Corporations want to make as much money as they can. And to make as much money as they can, they want to pay out as little as they can.
It's totally
So it's like they basically are counting on us, the people that are giving them our money, to also give money to their employees. It's a weird thing. I just can't. My number one rule is I don't tip anywhere where I stand to order.
That was you who made that rule? 'Cause I was just gonna bring it up and say,
Well, I
I
didn't
heard
make it.
this good rule.
Yeah, I didn't make it, but it's one I live by.
I like that.
But I will say, the other morning at a 6 a.m. airport, at a kiosk selling, sodas and candies and such,
Yeah.
the lady who checked me out was so nice and so chipper
Mhm.
that I was like, "All right, $2. There you
You
go."
tossed her a
I mean,
Benjamin.
just so when someone goes over and above, you kinda you feel like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I like your
That's what
service.
it's
Keep
for.
that up," right?
It's
Yeah.
not for doing what you're supposed to do. Tipping is, "Oh, you did more than was expected of you."
Yeah, like if you're a waitress and you wanna come over and, make small chat and, make me feel, like, you know,
Yeah.
not just,
Like, "You want me?"
bring
Oh,
bring me yeah, tell me you want me, Let
yeah.
me know. Let me know. Give me your number, all that stuff.
Social
Piss
Security
off
only.
my wife, whatever, But but no, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's just not like, "Here's your food, here's your drink, here's your bill, see you later." Like, that doesn't, but
Right.
if like, you make me feel like I'm a part of your evening while you're at work, not the after work evening, unless,
Hey.
but the tipping culture's just gone too far. Like, I went to Europe and Japan, I didn't feel obligated at all because they don't even accept tips.
They don't accept it because my experience has been they know Americans feel like they have to tip,
In
so
tourist
they'll
areas. In tourist areas,
yeah.
right? But, like, in Japan, like, there wasn't even options, and they like, I remember I tried to give a cab driver, like, I think that our bill was something like 4,900 yen, and I gave her 5,000 yen, and I got out and left, and she drove back up to me and gave me back, and I was like, "That's tip." She goes, "No, no, no. Give it back." So,
Did you try to do a Japanese accent?
I that's how she said it to me. "No, no, no."
Oh, well, how much are both of those numbers in dollars?
Well, I would say it's about, I usually say about 10%, right? Like, so, like,
Okay,
4,000 yen is probably, $40 or something like that.
$40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe
Dang.
it's is that right? That's fine.
I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it is.
You do the math while I put this child down on this bed and hope that he doesn't wake up
4,000
in
oh,
bed.
4,000 yen, it's 25 bucks. It's
Okay.
10% Canadian, so yen to CAD. Yeah, that's what it is. It's about 10% Canadian, so, but I think that there are a lot of places, around the world that don't do the tipping, but I definitely like not feeling obligated to, Japan and the Italians to tip, so, but yeah,
Have you
so
ever left a 0 tip intentionally, like, as a statement?
yeah, yeah, and then even left the note, like, "Do better."
Ooh,
Yeah, just let them know.
ouch.
I was
Thumbs
probably on
down.
Reddit or something about, "Oh, this dick did this," right?
It
But,
was
like,
you.
but then, like, when we do, like, our draft parties, right? Like, so, like, let's say we're in Philadelphia, right? And let's say our bar tab is $2,000 plus whatever everyone else spent. And I'll always add, because it's always like 3 or 4 bartenders and they're dealing with drunk idiots all fucking night. Like, they're working their ass off. And I'll always say, like, "Hey, did did they take care of you? And they'll either say yes or no. And if I get, I'm like, oh, how much? Like, how much do they take care? Because I just want to know. And they'll tell me. And if I feel like they sure, I'll tip a little more, right? So, like on a 2,000 bar tab, I'll give each bartender $100 extra, right? So
Okay.
there's, I think there was 4 of them, so I gave them like $400. But then they also got the tips from everyone else's tabs. This is just on our beer and stuff that we buy. So, you just take care of people that you think are, doing a good job for you.
Yeah,
So,
I feel.
but listen, I truly, when I go to McDonald's or place, I want to take that fucking machine and I want to pick it up and I want to throw it out the fucking window.
If they like spin the iPad at you, you just spin it back around at them. Yeah.
Oh, what's this doing? Okay. Yeah. Whoa, look at this.
Oops. Oopsie.
Oops, you turned this the wrong way.
Okay.
Back to you. What I should do is I should start getting a tipper, and when people ask me to tip them, I should just throw it back at them and be like,
starting at 22% and going up only.
And it's always a $100 bill. Just give me the tip. I just want the tip. You don't have to pay the bill, just the tip.
You're gonna start putting tips on your online orders.
If you think this episode is worth $1, at the BLPA on Venmo, just let you know.
Yeah. Okay. I have a hot news story.
Hot news story. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm gonna read just the headline and see what the thoughts are initially, and then get like the small detail that might make it different, but maybe not. Okay. Husband is planning a trip with his longtime female friend.
Let's go.
And does not want to invite his wife. Initial thought.
I mean, that sounds not right.
Yeah.
But
it's like if there's a story written about it.
Like there could be more in terms of like, okay, the female's a lesbian and they've been childhood best friends since they were 2 years old.
So would that make it okay?
I think so.
Okay. So the line for it being okay is if she's a lesbian.
No. I think that, I mean, okay. Well, let me ask you this question. Yes. Do you think guys and girls can be just friends?
I love this question because every girl's, okay, I'm making a blanket statement, but when I talk to people, every girl says yes and every guy says no. But then I like to take that argument and put it on his head. So if I said that to a guy and they say, no, guys and girls can't be friends. Guys only want one thing. They're always thinking about it. And I said, so then what about your friend blankety blank, who's a girl? Oh, well, she's different. Like they always have an excuse for their own girlfriend. But their idea, any guy I say is, no, guys and girls can't be friends.
Yeah, it's such a
do you think they can?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I have tons of girls that I know that I am just completely platonically, not even the least bit attracted to, and so it's kind of,
maybe it's a certain age that once a guy hits like a 20-year-old guy is gonna be like, I don't have any friends who are girls that I haven't also thought about.
I'll fuck everybody. Take off your clothes, I'll fuck you.
I'll put her over the table. Yeah. So maybe it's like a certain point of maturity.
Let's go.
Because I think that boys and girls can be friends.
Yeah.
But if I were to think, I'm trying to think about this from the wife's perspective. If Rob was planning a trip and he said it was with one of his friends who is a girl, just them two, I think I wouldn't say he couldn't go, but I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of weird. But okay.
You would okay. Well, okay, but you seem like you're pretty secure in your relationship with.
Maybe that's why.
Rob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Huge. I told him, I'm like, you could flat out say like, I'm cheating on you. I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sure
over the table.
No, yeah. And he's like, no, literally look at the text. I'm like, yeah, good one.
Yeah, here's a video.
And I'm like, that's not you. That's AI.
Weird. I mean, that would be weird in any situation. I think that would be weird, but I think that if you're secure in your relationship, but then I think about what about the flip side? Like here I am, like Tanis is going on a trip with a guy friend. Like I'm probably, if you want, then go for it, right? I mean, so I wouldn't say no, but I would be like, what's this dude trying to bang? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the detail, the little backstory about it is this is the guy saying this, when we were still teenagers, this girlfriend, we'll call her, Jesse's a boy and a girl name. So what's just a girl name? Glinda. I saw Wicked last night. I was like, Okay, so when we were still teenagers, Glinda picked up smoking from her friends. She didn't do it much, and she said she knew the risks and wanted to stop. As encouragement to get her to quit, I made a deal with her. We both share a love of cars and motorsports, so the deal was that if she ever picked up a cigarette again, she never picked up a cigarette again. That's an important letter. I would fly us out to and get grandstand tickets for her favorite F1 race, obviously when we were older and not broke teenagers. So now that she has never picked up a cigarette again, he wants to uphold his end of the deal and take Glinda on this trip. Booked the flights, and then he told the wife that she's not coming.
Oh. So he
Like,
didn't
it
tell
goes
the
back
wife.
a long way.
He didn't tell the wife before. Like he just did it. Just went ahead and
Yeah. So that's the other weird thing is that then a couple days ago, his wife says like, "Oh, I'm so excited for this trip," and then he tells her, "Oh no, I actually only booked 2 tickets," and then she was really upset. He was confused.
What?
Okay.
What? Yeah, that's it. That is a weird thing. And listen, okay, to his defense, I also don't consult with Tanis every time I do things. I just do things because that's
Not
just
yeah, to a
that's not
you're not gonna text her and be like, "Hey, going to take my 3rd dump of the day."
disrespectful, right?
But if you were planning a trip to Munich,
Well, but a lot of things, right? Like even like my flight, like when I do like flights to all the tournaments, like I don't be like, oh, well, I'm gonna leave it this time. I just book it and be like, and then she'll be like, hey, when's your flight? And I'll tell her, right? So yeah, I don't know. That's a weird deal. There has to be something more going on. Because did he say you can't go, or I don't want you to go, or I just didn't book anything for you? Like, what if she was like, okay, well, I'll book my flight and go?
yeah,
Would
he
he be like,
just says that
"Excuse,
he
can't do it"?
wasn't sure what to do.
Well, then ask your wife if she wants to go, and if she wants to go, then say, okay, well, let's get you a fucking ticket and let's fucking bring you. But if she doesn't want to go, then be like,
But if he
okay,
doesn't
well,
really
cool.
want her to go.
Well, he
No,
said
well, now he says in the edit that he
oh, now
did
that
end
he's
up
caught,
talking
now
to
that he
his
got
wife.
caught, now that he got
He
caught,
is currently booking her onto the flight and hotel room. How
okay.
generous.
Yeah, what a loser. Well, good for you, bud. Hope you
Bad for you, bud.
bend her over the table or whatever Jillian said. All right. All right. That's
Okay.
our news stories for today. What do you got? What do
Yeah.
you guys think? What do you guys listen, guys? Here's my advice to you if you're married. Don't ask to go to tournaments. Don't do it.
Mm-mm.
Just book them.
Don't ask,
Just
don't
book it.
tell.
Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pay for the tournaments to me. You're gonna pay me directly. You're gonna register. You're gonna sign up, and they're gonna message me right after you sign up and be like, "I haven't asked my wife." But when I do ask my wife, and she says no, I'm going to tell her that you cannot refund me 1 penny under any circumstance. And I
Mhm.
will say that. I've got your back
Mhm.
100%. It's me and you and hockey tournaments. All right. Don't ask
Yep.
your wife permission, ask for forgiveness, and then say, then do this. Well, I booked this and I was going to ask you if you wanted to go to Savannah for Nick's birthday. And
Yes.
if she wants to go, then let's go. The more the merrier. But if she doesn't want to go and be like, well, Nikki Kamish's birthday,
Yeah, I think that you should include a checkbox when someone's signing up for the tournament, like, "Please include a note for my wife."
yeah, like it's like a doctor's note for school. It's like,
Yeah.
please excuse John from all his husbandly duties for the weekend of February 21st through
Yes.
23rd because we're going to be doing some badass shit.
Boy
Savannah.
stuff only.
Boy stuff,
Yeah.
strippers. I mean, okay.
'Kay.
Billy Funday. You ready? You ready for Billy Funday? Speaking of boy
Born
stuff
ready.
and strippers.
Yeah. Can you do a mini Spark Notes recap if that's possible for you to just of the original
He
story? Tiny one.
Oh, so basically, dude went on a hockey trip with his boys, and there's a guy named Billy Funday. They didn't do well, so they partied it up the last night. The guy on the team, the I guess the reckless, the bad boy Billy Funday,
Yeah.
hooked up with some chicks. But then it turns out that Billy Funday was related to dude's or is married to the dude's sister. So the dude didn't know if he should tell his sister or he should live by the bro code. So he
Yeah.
came to us and asked us, right? And
Right.
he had a Boston accent because I guess he's from Boston. I'm not going to read this in a Boston accent, but what I did is I reached out and I just said, "Hey man, Merry Christmas! How's it going? Hey, just checking in. Everything all good with you and your team and Billy Funday, And he's like, "Oh boy, do I ever have something for you?" And I was like, oh, okay. So he's like, I'm going to write it out. It's kind of long. I'm not going to record it. So you're just going to have to read it, Nick. And I was like,
Okay.
hey, listen, whatever. And I got it. It's a little bit long, but it is good.
Okay, I'm ready.
And it's one of those things where you're like, is this real? But it's like only the truth could be this wild, you
Yeah.
know? So, okay.
Okay.
All right, fellas and ladies, buckle up because the fallout from telling my sister about Billy Funday was, well, not exactly quiet. So after wrestling with my conscience for weeks, losing sleep, stress eating, late night tacos, and of course hearing from the BLPA contingent, I finally decided I had to tell her. I couldn't shake the image of those two girls strolling out of Billy's room at that Airbnb, and it was literally eating me alive. We're talking guilty nightmares, jumping every time my phone buzzed, the works. I ended up calling my sister and just letting it all pour out. It was brutal. She went dead silent for about 10 seconds and then boom, just started firing questions at me. Are you sure? Were they actually with him? Why would you wait to tell me? She was furious at Billy, furious at me for sitting on it, and furious at the entire situation. I tried to keep it calm, explaining everything that happened, the bar, the strip club, the partying, the two girls, how they left his room early in the morning. She was quiet, but like the calm before the storm, she then hung up on me.
No.
Next thing I know, I'm getting rapid fire texts from Billy. Dude, why would you say anything?
Oh no.
We had an understanding, man. You're breaking the code. He was full on panicking, but hey, what was done was done. And if he thought that was the worst of it, well, he was dead wrong because my sister turned into a woman on a mission. A few nights later, we have a game. I walk in and the tension is suffocating to say the least. Some guys on the team have caught wind that something big went down and everyone's tiptoeing around Billy. Meanwhile, Billy's in the corner of the locker room, looking like he hasn't slept in days, stuffing his gear bag with a 1,000-yard stare. I mean, why would Billy even show up? Wild. Then, like something straight out of a reality show, my sister shows up at the rink before a puck drop. She charges right into the hallway outside the dressing room, demanding and yelling to see Billy. I run out trying to calm her down, but that only makes her angrier. She's shouting about how she isn't going to be made a fool of, and that if Billy wants to act like he's single, he better be ready to live like it. Billy steps out, tries to talk calmly, but she's not having it. She starts rattling off all the details, exact times, names, everything, stuff that clearly came from me. And Billy's face goes from pale to practically green. The entire team is just standing there in various states of shock and awkwardness, half dressed in their gear. Other teams are coming out in the hallway rubbernecking to watch the show. It's a massive scene. And eventually, security, yes, our rink actually has security, ask my sister to leave. And she does, but not before hurling a few insults at Billy. She basically tells him not to come home and storms out. Basically, we lose the game, obviously, because Billy's a mental wreck and nobody's focused. Billy tries to apologize to me, but I'm livid. He begs me to tell my sister it was all just a misunderstanding
Oh
and that
my god.
nothing really happened with those girls. But let's be real. Two strippers leaving your bedroom at dawn is pretty incriminating, right?
Oh.
Some of the guys think I'm the jerk for telling my sister, but others say Billy dug his own grave. So where are we at now? Billy's still on the roster for the moment. It's tense. My sister's talking about moving out or kicking him out. She hasn't decided yet. Rumor has it Billy's staying at a buddy's place for now. And every time we have a game, I have to brace myself for this drama. Texts from my sister are a roller coaster. One minute she's crying, the next she's furious and threatening to show up again and tell everyone about Billy's extracurriculars. The real kicker, we have a tourney in the next couple weeks, and I have no idea how that's supposed to work. The boys want to go blow off steam, but how can Billy even think about going after all this? And if he does, is my sister going to follow him there too? It's just insane. So that's the aftermath. A lot of broken trust, a ton of drama, and a beer league team that's now caught in the crossfire of a marriage meltdown. Hard to see how Billy is going to skate his way out of this one.
Nice.
Moral of the story, be careful mixing team fun with family ties, especially when your sister is involved. You might end up with more than just a rough game. You might blow up your entire squad's vibe. and your own family. Wild.
Man,
That's insane, eh?
there's so much, there's so much there, and I think the people who I feel the worst for are the innocent bystanders on the team who are like, "This is just, like, my one way to have fun. I just wanna play hockey."
But people love drama. So do you think they're, like, actually digging it? They're like, "This yeah, let's go."
Yeah, if they were winning,
Well,
whatever it
who's winning the I guess winning the game, but I mean, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, look, all the people, like you said, rubbernecking, I haven't heard that word. Like, this
Oh,
guy
the
must
other
be
no,
like
I'm saying the team, Billy Funday's team.
yeah, but
How
I'm saying,
is
like, everyone's
how is Billy still on the team?
why does he
That
show up?
if
Like,
is
don't
he
you think
good?
much
If he's a ringer.
well, that I mean, that could maybe that's why you put up with this shit, I don't know,
Yeah.
but why would you say, "Hey, Billy, it's time to step away, bro." Like, do you think he comes to the tournament? Like, are we talking round number 2? I'll have to ask.
Yeah, I hate that the conversation is, I don't know if his wife is gonna show up, like, that's the biggest inconvenience and not that you have this, like, piece of trash as a
Yeah,
man
but
who's
you know
still
what I'm saying?
playing.
Okay, yes, I agree with you too, but at the end of the day, like, they're adults, so if the guy's gonna sleep around, whatever,
Well, I don't know
whatever.
if I would use that word.
But no, what you know what I'm saying? But, like you just said, you're worried about the team, like,
No, I
having
feel
to
bad for the team, the
yeah,
innocent bystander team.
yeah, so what I'm saying is, like, if Billy Funday comes, I mean, he's still on the team, but then that what if she shows up again and then they're innocent bystanders again having to deal with it? I think that the result is you just tell Billy, "Bill, time to
Goodbye.
hit the road, bro. Like, maybe find another team.
Hit the road, Bill.
And don't you come back,
Back,
no
no
mill, no
mill, no
mill, no
mill, no
mill, no
mill,
mill."
no mill.
Yeah, that's just it's a wild story, and I'm like, this has to be made up, but I mean, whatever. We should write a book. We should collect everyone's beer league drama stories and write a book, like the BLPA book of
I think
stuff.
it should be like a recipe book, like a tea recipe book, because it's all the tea.
Yeah, spilling the tea is what it's called.
Woo!
Yeah, beer league is spilling the tea. The beer league tea. Beer league
The
Roybos.
team,
Is that
the
Rubois?
the
What is
team, then tea. There's something there.
what is the
I'm dumb
RRR?
now.
What's the T? The Roybos? Rubois?
Oh, Rubio. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
not do that one.
yeah, maybe. Who knows, right?
Chamomile? Can we
Yeah,
do something easier?
camel mule. No. So, but anyway, that's the drama. And so now that like I got this, and I just randomly like, hey, bro, like, hey, hope everything's going good. And I got this. I should check in with all the other drama stories and see if there are any follow ups.
Follow-up episode, that's all we talk about is drama.
Because you know there's the chick, the ref that wanted to date the chick. There's that one,
The
right?
refs and dating.
Yeah, the chick that like the
Okay.
referee wanted to date her, and so when she said no, like they were like getting all the bad calls and such. So I should see
Yes.
if there's any follow up. And then there's the one dude where the fuck Pierre guy, the French Canadian that stole all the team's money.
Oh, that's right. Wow, good
You know?
memory.
So yeah, I mean, we'll do a follow up.
Okay.
After I get off here, I'm going to email him and say, hey,
Sweet.
any salacious follow ups here, and see what's going on. So, but anyway, that's the beer league drama. Let us know.
I love
Let us
that.
know. Yeah. And if you have any drama, we'll spill that camel mule tea
Yes.
right on the podcast. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's a little hour and 15-minute epi for you.
Yeah, my
Just what we do.
time of being a real human outside of another small human has expired.
Yeah, and the baby's ready.
Yeah, he's
But
ready for some attention. He's
the
sitting
good
here with like a 3-year-old diaper.
the good news is
Yeah.
that now we have BLP After Dark, and this is where Jillian's gonna do that breastfeeding right on the show. So if you want
You
to,
heard it here third, folks.
if you want to go to patreon.com/WLPA and donate at least $5, that's how you can get access to our BLP After Dark episodes.
BLPA nipple tassels.
Nip tassels. That's what I
Nip
like.
tass.
Spill the tea. The Rubois. How do you say the fucking word?
Comment on it. Comment down below.
Hey, let me shout out our sponsors before we get out of here. We got
Yeah.
bardownsportsco.com. Go check them out. They'll give you $10 just for using the code BLPA. They're our main sponsor of our show, helping us do some cool things. Probably going to get involved on a couple other things. And now that I said that, I forgot my biggest New Year's resolution. We're going to have to talk. I have something that I want to do that's big, and I need some opinions and advice on how to do it.
I'll always give you an opinion.
Yeah, I know you will. That's why I love you. LUV. Sorry, Rob. Not LOV yet.
Oh, yeah.
But I LOV your mom. So Snoopy
Heard.
roses.
Yeah.
Snoopy roses, or tulips. Snoopy tulips. All
There
right.
you go.
And anything else to plug from you?
Um, I was trying to think of something like funny to say that had to do with the word plug. Um, and it
Hey,
just went places that I don't want to go.
BLP After Dark. We have butt plugs we play with.
There it is.
Wink, 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 wink.
No winks needed. I think it was straightforward.
No weeks needed. I just thought it was funny because I saw a video of someone that had like a remote control vibrator and they were setting it off on people as they were just walking. Like
Was that your Instagram ad? Come on.
No, but it wasn't like
I saw
it
something.
was. They weren't doing it the way like you would think it was. They were like just like going through airports and like setting it off on people. Like it's a weird thing. I thought that's funny, but nonetheless, go check out Bar Down Sport. Imagine being our sponsor and that's what you get mentioned right after the BLPA butt plug segment. Bardownsportsco.com. Check them out. And then also check out Tucker Hockey if you want to go to Czech Republic and travel the world. Obviously, we want you to go to BLPA worldwide, but we know there's other places that people want to go that we're not providing yet. So check them out. Follow us, like us, do whatever you do in podcasts, Patreon us, everything. Do all of it. Because Jillian's got a baby to support. And if she messages you about playing in a tournament, you better say fucking yes. All right. Be good or be good at it.